What's up, my people? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you're watching this video from. Please don't forget to subscribe for more updates. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are fine. I'm on Hishuk. Nigeria man confirmed sending a lawyer to Zenith Bank today to get the NGO account statement. This man called out Verydarkman for the NGO money. This man said a lot. He said, people accuse me of hating Verydarkman, and some ask why I didn't reach out to him directly. I have sent 3 emails to him. He did not respond. I have sent the mail on IG. He did not respond. Now remember, say Verydarkman come outside, talk how the NGO money take go, say he use them for Burnaboy project. Now this man come outside, say he no grill, say Verydarkman must bring the statement come outside, say you won't know how the thing be as per person we put money for inside. This one shook. Let's see the video, guys, and please don't forget to subscribe for more details.
So, Verydarkman made a video to account for the NGO funds and to solicit for more money. And to be super honest with you, that video is very insultive to anybody who went to school in Nigeria and abroad. But before I get down to my analysis, let's be very clear. This video is not to attack Verydarkman or his brand, because I'm aware that he has done a lot of good in the past. For example, he came all out for those people who were creating skincare products without without approvals or registration, and some of them were harming our women in Nigeria. And the ball that he has done, a couple of ones that he has showed online, I'm happy that communities are benefiting from it. So again, me making this analysis is not to rubbish Verydarkman or to rub dirt on all of his accomplishment. However, accountability is different from achievement. So because you could raise ₦1 billion and spend 200 million to do something, so you might have achieved a couple of things, but that doesn't mean that you're accountable. So let's get down into the details. Before we proceed, I think that I'm qualified to talk about this issue because, one, I did complete my university degree in Nigeria in accounts and finance. I studied international business relations for my master's, and I've spent the last 5 years building business systems, mostly accounting softwares and accounting applications for billion-dollar brands, both in Canada and in US. So, and lastly, I am a contributor to the NGO. I've paid into the NGO account a couple of times. So, let's break this down. VDM mentioned that the application works and is the only one to ever do it and will ever do it.
First things first. This is to tell you that the app works. This is first of all to show you that I have integrity and the NGO is transparent. The fact that you can see how the money, the account balance in the account shows you that the NGO is the most credible NGO in the world. So further shows you that I am the #1 man when it comes to integrity in Nigeria. Nobody have ever done this, and nobody would do this tomorrow. It's only Verydarkman and Martin Vincent initiative. That one is standard.
He attributed this to integrity. He also asked that people can go to the bank and request for the statement, which is quite funny because every month you can download the PDF statement and upload it on the website. So that, can you imagine I have to travel from Canada to Abuja to get a statement, or from Lagos to Abuja to get a statement? You can simply download the PDF and upload it, and on the section of your website, monthly statement, January, February, March, April, May, June, I can simply go in there, download it and view what I want to view. Why do people need to go to the bank? Can you imagine if 1,000 people rush to Zenith Bank to request for the statement? So Verydarkman makes absolutely no sense. It's easy for you to show this statement if you really care about showing it to the public. But by the way, I've made an online request to Zenith Bank to give me the statement from October 2024 to June 2026. So let's get down into the website and all of the things that Verydarkman said. There are 2 parts of the financial section of the page: the live stream of deposit and withdrawals, and the financial overview section, which houses total raised amount, deployed funds, and query balance. So let's understand what is the live deposit and withdrawal on the page. The MVOI statement page is powered by a custom backend API at alertapi.mvoiforall.com. It uses a live SSE stream endpoint called transaction side stream to push financial transaction data to the browser, and this connection keeps refreshing every 3 seconds, similar to a job. And for you to understand what a job is simply some sort of automation where you can update a database from another DB or a table or from a downstream application. But I don't want to convince you if you're not into tech. But SSE enables the server to spontaneously send data streams as soon as events happen, and the traffic is processed through Cloudflare. Cloudflare is a global web infrastructure and cybersecurity company. It acts as a shield and traffic director between a website and its visitors. It primarily functions as a content delivery network. Zenith Bank is connected to one aggregator only named Mono, which was acquired by Flutterwave. So if you go to Zenith Bank website and you check, how do I integrate with Zenith Bank? The easiest way to integrate with any bank is through an open banking aggregator. These services provide pre-built connections to any bank and handle authentication, data normalization, and compliance requirements on your behalf. So that means for Verydarkman using his page to connect to his any bank account, the only way possible is to use an API aggregator. And Zenith Bank is supported by one API aggregator, which is Mono, like I said, recently acquired by Flutterwave. So in summary, the page is powered by Mono to stream debit and credit from the NGO account. So all these talk of, I'm the only one to ever do it, and I'm not, I can create a website right now in 10 minutes, connect it to his Zenith Bank account in 10 minutes. So that doesn't make any sense. I'm the one that will do it. I'm the one that will ever do it. No, it's nonsense. So let's get back to it. For you to understand what is an API is simply an intermediary. So let's use a restaurant. If you go to a restaurant to order food, you cannot go to the kitchen directly. You have to speak to a server who takes your order to the kitchen. Once the food is done, the server picks it up and brings it to you. The whole essence is that so that you don't take germs of you moving around into the kitchen. Can you imagine if a restaurant that is serving 10,000 people a day and all 10,000 people can access the kitchen? Can you imagine what it would look like? So the bank uses the same thing. The bank does not want to allow you to have access to its backend data, because if you have external plugins into the backend data, people will fraudulently withdraw money from other people's account. Hackers will have access to the backend of the bank. That's why the bank doesn't allow that. That's why there's kind of an intermediary from your own website to the API to the bank's backend. So you only receive the data that the API calls. But again, I don't want to make this too techy for my non-tech folks. So, but why can we not trust the data on the website? As Verydarkman is saying, on April 20th, the total raised balance was 530,568,295 naira 94 kobo. While on May 4, 2026, the total raised balance dropped to 426,466,236 naira 52 kobo. So how can we trust the figure when within 3 months it has maybe 4, 5, 6, even more different figures? So how do we expect us to trust it? It has been showing different figures for the past 3 months. How can we now use that as your accountability and integrity? So that's for you talking about the bank details on your website. So let's move forward to the Burnaboy project you mentioned. So Burnaboy requested to build a school, and you mentioned you don't know the amount, but you can call developers, quantity surveyors, architects to tell you what it will cost to build the school based on the capacity. So we need to build a 1,000 student capacity. They will tell you what it will cost.
They're building a school in Port Harcourt. That school is supposed to be funded by Burnaboy, but I told him to wait. He said, tell me the amount that they will use to build the whole thing. I said, bro, I don't know the amount, because left for Burnaboy, if I told him, give me 500 million naira, he would have done it, alright? But I told him that I should wait. He cannot just give me money like that. We'll be doing it, then we'll be writing it down. Do you understand? So far so good. We've spent close to, I don't know, I can't even remember.
And you can open an account specifically for that project, have Burnaboy fund it, and do it. Because it doesn't make sense that Burnaboy initiated the project, but you use the NGO money to finance it, and then he will pay you back. What if you guys quarrel tomorrow? What if something happens between you personally and he decides he doesn't want to fund it? What happens? So are you telling us that anybody can just come out and tell you that, okay, NGO, this is the next thing to do? And because he has attributed his name to it, is he not going to take the glory? So it makes no sense that you are starting a project with the NGO money for somebody that self-initiated it, and you are saying because you don't know how much it's going to cost in 2026. How are houses built? We can tell how much it's going to cost. It's called estimated cost. And then charge it to Burnaboy, open an account specifically for the project. So it makes no sense that Burnaboy requests the project and you're using your NGO funds to build it with mind that you're going to get it back. Why don't you just open an account specifically for Burnaboy's project? Finish the project, put the name financed by Burnaboy, or call it Burnaboy Nursery and Primary School. So it makes no sense. We're not illiterate, right? Let's move on. Projects on the website. So VDM claims integrity and is showing incoming and outgoing money from the NGO on the website. But there's a portion of the website called projects. How about employing just one staff who is constantly uploading projects to the site? But your project says coming soon, we are documenting our impact. So we cannot tell how many bowls you have done. We cannot tell how many schools you have done. So I've gone ahead to create in Figma what an ideal page should look like, because what an ideal page is, it should show you how much you are spending on each project, and you should be able to view detailed income and expense record for each project. Because if you claim you have integrity, we should know till today now all Ratels to tell me how many projects is Verydarkman doing, how many has he completed. So accountability is being able to put figures to and fact to your claims. I'm sure nobody has that, even himself doesn't know. So that's not accountability at all. So I have some couple of questions, and genuinely, if you care about accountability, to all anybody who's listening to this video, these are my questions. How many projects has the NGO done since it was created? How many boreholes? How many schools? Maybe road, I don't know, but you talk about mostly about boreholes and schools. How many are completed and commissioned as of today? What is the total cost of each completed project, which is total cost per project? So one borehole, how much did it cost you? How many projects are ongoing? And is there any project that was ever abandoned? If yes, how much was spent on it before it was abandoned? Because that should happen, because maybe due to violence or whatever, that should happen. But away from the project now, let's go to accountability of NGO, because showing incoming and outgoing amount is not accountability. So what does accountability mean for an NGO? An audited financial statement is the only financial document that an NGO must present to show what was received, what was spent, and for what it was spent for. An audited financial statement shows everyone who has paid into the NGO. This is important to ensure fraudsters don't use NGO to claim funds, and politicians cannot use NGO to launder funds. The audited financial statement showed the auditor who audited the NGO, and you can request extracts of the audit from such auditor. Without an audited financial statement, no NGO can claim to have integrity. Imagine if there are no editors in First Bank or Dangote to audit the financial statement. How can Dangote come and say, oh, we made this billion and this is what we spent? That's why they are auditors. So having a live stream of the account is a good step, but without knowing what the money withdrawn was actually used for, accountability and integrity should never be mentioned. So let's look at an example of an NGO audited financial statement. This is a statement from Lagos Food Bank Initiative, RC number 80366, audited financial statement of financial position as of December 21, 2024. So let's read it, and I'll just go with the header. It says, report on audit of financial statement opinion. In our opinion, the financial statement gives a true and fair view of the financial positions of Lagos Food Bank Initiative, the incorporated trustee, as of 31st December 2024, and of the organization's financial performance and cash flow for the year then ended in accordance with International Financial Reporting Standard for SMEs, and in manner, pay attention, and in manner required by the Companies and Allied Matters Act, KAMA, LFN 2020, and the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria Act 2011. So lastly, I picked some words from the video, and I will say it exactly as VDM mentioned it. Some of the things he said, maybe one day we will show all the work we don't do, because I don't even pay attention to it because there is transparency. How can you say you are not paying attention to what is being done and there is transparency? That statement doesn't make any sense. Two, you also mentioned our financial data on the page is transparency. No, it is not. The NGO was opened in 2024, and so far you need to show us two audited financial statements for year 2024 and year 2025. Three, you said I cannot remember how much we pay our staff. How is that transparency and accountability? You don't know how much you pay your staff. Four, you said their feeding is about 10,000. You are not really sure. Again, how is that accountability? Accountability comes with exact figures. We spent X amount on this purpose. That's accountability. Five, you said, left for me. Now when I dey mood, we go post waiting we dey do. No, you owe the public an explanation on how the money was spent. It's not your money. It's publicly solicited funds, and you owe the public an explanation. It's not based on your mood. It doesn't make any sense. So, in summary, VDM, you can only claim accountability and integrity if you publish the audited financial statement of MVOI for 2024 and 2025. And furthermore, every month, you can download a PDF file of the bank statement and upload it to your website, so that anybody that goes to your website can download a PDF copy of every month's bank statement. Stop asking people to go to any bank in Wuse Zone 3. It makes absolutely no sense. So this is not an attack on your personality, but that video that you made was insulting me as an accountant that graduated in Nigeria. It was insulting anybody that had common sense to reason. So VDM, I am giving you until July 31st to present the two audited financial statements. Else, Just like you are another person on the planet, I will petition you. And my petition is not asking for anything other than you should go through the proper books of account and prepare audited financial statement for 2024 and 2025 as required by the Companies and Allied Matters Act, CAMA, and Financial Reporting Standard of Nigeria.
Let me
God bless you.
on comment section. Please don't forget to drop your comments, and please don't forget to subscribe for more details. See you guys in my next post. Thanks for watching.